Subscribe man for a journey of self-realization and press bell icon to get notification for new video.
Namah Shivaya.
Everyone is revolving around I, me, and myself. It is always about I, but unless you get rid of this I, ego about yourself, you will not realize your true self. The real meaning of true self is the presence of Sri Sadguru, who resides inside all of us. But to realize this, we must surrender ourselves at the feet of Sri Sadguru. And to do this, people sweep the floor of temples and Sri Gurudwara. In other words, Sri asks us to get rid of our flaws, mainly our ego, before coming to Him and surrendering at His feet. And this is possible only by being in the company of Sri Sadguru. Once we realize that it's Sri Sadguru who is almighty, then it becomes immaterial how and when we chant the holy Naam, which fingers we use while chanting holy Naam. It doesn't matter even if you use your left hand to hold the string of prayer beads. The left hand belongs to Sri Sadguru, and so does the right hand. We use the left hand for some different purposes, but don't we use it for anything else? We do use both hands for doing many things. While eating mango, you hold it with both your hands. Since eating mango gives you the pleasure, you don't bother or think about which hand is being used. Basically, entire body belongs to Sri Sadguru. So, no matter how you chant Holy Naam, whether you chant Holy Naam while sitting or sleeping, whether you're crying or laughing, it does not matter. In fact, in Shiv Leela Amrut, it's clearly mentioned that Swapni Zagruti Hasata Bhandata Nijata Zagata Kata Pita Yeta Zata Sarvadahi Zapava, which means chant holy Naam in all states while you are in sleep, awake, laughing, fighting, eating, or roaming. Chant holy Naam in every moment of life. Some sacred scriptures may say something else, but if someone wants to follow these sacred scriptures, then it's different. But Sri Sadguru says, is it really for any of you to follow the sacred scriptures in totality? Is it possible to get all the things that are mentioned in those sacred scriptures to perform any puja? Today, if I ask you to get a simple Gaumutra, which is required to perform many of all yajnas, where will you get the unadulterated Gaumutra? In fact, today's generation may not even know what is Gaumutra. I'm not blaming the current generation for this, because the sacred cow whose Gaumutra we are supposed to use for the yajna is no more easily available. Nowadays, we get the Gaumutra in packed bottles in the market. Who knows whether it is unadulterated and whether it is of sacred cow or roadside cow? So you need to decide if you want to go as per the sacred scriptures, will you get the Gaumutra? In Sri Guru Charitra, there is a mention of Vibhuti Dharan Vidhi, which means applying sacred ash, which is made of burned dried wood in agamic rituals, along with cow dung on the forehead. Will you get the dung of the sacred cow? Today in cities, you need to make efforts cow. Thus, it is very difficult to perform anything as per the sacred scriptures. So why get into all this and waste money in buying this Gaumutra, the authenticity of which you are not sure of? In the Yajna Kund, you are supposed to offer pure ghee. Today, even in branded products, we hear about adulteration. So the question comes to mind, Will the puja be successful by offering adulterated ghee? Then, instead, the path chalked out by Almighty Sri Sadguru is simple, wired. What is there within you, what your true self is, to be re emphasized. Chanting Holy Naam is like telling your own identity to yourself. No matter what your name is in this materialistic world, when Sri Sadguru imparts Holy Naam, he's actually telling you your real name, your real identity, which in a way is identical for all. That is what Sri Sadguru asks us to chant. By chanting that holy Naam again and again, you realize your true self and also understand the real happiness. For you, happiness means getting a bonus on the occasion of Diwali. But this is not happiness in the real sense. This is not happiness. This is just a toll. Of course, that does not mean that getting a bonus or earning money is not important, or one should not work towards earning money. But that is not happiness or ultimate happiness. There are people who have tons of money and are still unhappy, and there are people who have just enough to make their both ends meet but are still happy, which means just having money does not define happiness. Don't take me otherwise. Money is important. One should strive hard to earn money, but one should avoid comparison, which leads to jealousy. Sri Sadguru will provide whatever is adequate for us. That should be our belief. Taking dinner in the hotel regularly should not bother you since you can just afford bread and butter. There are people who can't even afford that. At times you want to eat a simple dish, but it's not available. One should have a strong belief that whatever is good for him will be provided by Sri Sadguru. Someone might eat a Punjabi dish, someone might have sweets, while someone may just have bread with dry vegetables. One should not be unhappy because of all these things in life. Sri Sadguru says he is omnipresent, he is everywhere. Sri Krishna, while reciting Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, tells him that he is omnipresent. He is everywhere. He is present in every particle and he is also present in the entire universe. Anupasun Brahmanda Yoda. Neither can we see the atom nor the universe, but Sri Sadguru is present in both the atom as well as the universe. What we can see with our naked eyes are human beings, some fat, some lean, some tall, and some short. There is a limitation to what we can see with our naked eyes, but one needs to remember that there is something beyond that, what we can see. The universe is spread over infinity. Just because we cannot see, we can't say it does not exist. But in reality, it does exist. It does exist. There are so many things that we can't see, but do we disown or disagree with them only because we cannot see them? No. Sri Sadguru is omnipresent. One should learn to see Sri Sadguru everywhere. You will find Sri in rice flakes. Once you learn to see Sri Sadguru even in rice flakes, then even if you have a rice flakes to eat, your hemoglobin will be maintained. Remember it. Doesn't matter what you eat, but how you eat is important. If your state of mind is good, you are in a happy state of mind, then no matter what you eat, your food will provide all the nutrients that are required by your body. On the other hand, even if you are having a wholesome diet and if your state of mind is then your hemoglobin might even come down to 5. We often see people having simple food and still are very healthy. The reason is they're always in a happy state of mind. It's thus said, Anna he Purna Brahma, which can be translated as food is next to God or God itself. When we think of Lord Brahma, what comes to mind is someone who is pure, who is giving and wholesome. Now, if food is like God, then no matter what type of food, it will always be pure, giving, and will be wholesome. I will go a step further and say that food is like Almighty Sri Sadguru.